Orestes Brownson was a prominent 19th-century American intellectual and writer who was known for his strong and persuasive arguments on the topic of civil and religious liberty. He believed that both the supporters and opponents of religion should not be afraid to embrace the principle of freedom and advocate for a free church in a free state. Brownson's views were considered revolutionary and controversial during his time, but they continue to resonate in modern discussions about religious and civil rights. Brownson's stance on civil and religious liberty was rooted in his belief that freedom of religion and a separation of church and state were essential for a just and harmonious society. He argued that individuals should have the liberty to practice their faith without interference from the government, and that the state should not favor any particular religious institution. This perspective was a departure from the prevailing attitudes of the time, which often saw religion and government as closely intertwined. One of Brownson's most notable arguments was his criticism of European Catholics for their lack of support for abolition. He expressed disappointment at the minimal backing from the Catholic community for the movement to end slavery, highlighting the need for religious groups to actively engage in social justice issues. Brownson's stance on this matter challenged the traditional alliances between religion and politics, as he advocated for a more progressive and inclusive approach to social change. In addition to his advocacy for civil and religious liberty, Brownson also voiced his support for liberal movements. He recognized the importance of promoting progressive ideas and reforms, particularly in the context of societal and political change. His endorsement of liberal movements further underscored his commitment to challenging established norms and advocating for a more equitable and open-minded society. Overall, Orestes Brownson's arguments centered on the fundamental principles of freedom, equality, and justice. His advocacy for civil and religious liberty, along with his critique of the lack of support for abolition within the Catholic community, reflected his unwavering dedication to promoting social and moral progress. While his views may have been controversial in his time, they continue to serve as a thought-provoking and relevant contribution to the ongoing discourse on religion, politics, and human rights.